Could you just start by telling us your name and a little bit about what you're doing at the moment?
My name's Dizraeli, and I am a producer and poet and rapper and singer and musician. Just working on an album which you can see up on the wall behind me in chapter cards, and that's a solo album which I'm producing myself, and really excited about it. It's kind of about madness, kind of about the madness of the world around us at the moment, which is reflected, I think, in our own psychological state of being as well, and my own as well. And yeah, it'll be out in early next year. There'll be singles out from it later this year, and I hope it's a contribution to the conversation, basically. I had a bit of a breakdown last year, a bit of a period of depression, and I talked to a lot of people, a lot of friends about like how I was going to find my way out of this. My brother and my partner at the time both suggested mindfulness as something to try out, and it's based in Buddhist practice, but it's less esoteric, I guess, less spiritual, less kind of religious in its nature. I just went and checked out the London Mindfulness Project and did an 8-week course where I was with a group of other people once a week, doing various mindfulness practices. And it's simple. It's basically just about returning to where you actually are and what's actually happening, rather than living in a world of anxiety about what might be, what might happen, where you might be, what the consequences of that might be. It's summed up pretty well by this little bit of paper I got on the wall, which has the 5 freedoms on it. And they are to see and hear what is here instead of what was, should, or might be. That's the first one. And that's basically the principle of mindfulness. It's like, just be present with what's going on. Because most of what causes us anxiety, most of what causes us to panic and go into fight or flight mode isn't actually what's going on. It's our anticipation of what might go on, or the anticipation of what the consequences might be of what's already happened. And I have found that incredibly useful, like living really, returning myself to the moment. And it means that I can, go down the escalators at Manor House Station and find something that is fascinating in that process, rather than being like, got to get to the bottom of the escalator. And when I get to the bottom of the escalator, I've got to get to the first train I can get onto. And I described my state of being before I did mindfulness as like just rushing down a corridor all the time, rushing down a blank corridor all the time. But the blank corridor wasn't really there. And what was actually going on around me was a whole universe of human stories and colours and smells and sounds and sights and experiences. And I was just missing out on all of that because I was trying to get to the door at the end. And the door at the end recedes infinitely. You're never going to reach it. Tomorrow never comes, obviously. Like, we know this stuff, yeah? And if your source of fulfillment is always what is going to be, then you will never be fulfilled. It will always be around the corner from you, and never reachable. So that helped me in a lot of ways. Just for example, going to Finsbury Park, taking my shoes off, doing half an hour's mindfulness meditation where I just walk in a big circle for half an hour, noticing what it feels like to have my feet on the ground with each step. Like, what does the grass between my toes feel like? What does it really feel like? And I'm not in a esoteric spiritual sense of like, how does it feel to be reconnected to Gaia or whatever, whether you believe that stuff or not. Just literally how it feels to have a blade of grass press itself against the underside of your toe, and then bend and flatten, and then your foot touch the coolness of the soil. What does that feel like? Actually, the sensations that are present, and it has a really magical effect. It's like, okay, I'm here, and it's all right that I'm here. And that's enabled me to relax a lot with my writing as well. My fear about doing mindfulness was that I developed such a kind of Zen state that I wouldn't be responding to the world around me anymore. I'd just be so kind of Zen all the time that stuff wouldn't matter enough to me to want to write it down. But that's not the case at all. If you're mindful, it just means all the anxiety and panic and stuff recedes a little bit, and that actually gives you space to think and notice and write. And I notice much more now than I did. I mean, I'm talking as if I've like found enlightenment and I'm now like sailing through the world on a golden vessel, but you know, obviously I'm not. Like, I wake up worried and have trouble sleeping and you know, worry what people think of me all the time. Like, you know, I think we all do on some level. And the other thing that I'd say to my 15-year-old self is what Miles Davis once said, which is, do not fear mistakes. There are none. In the creation of art, like, the process has to involve error. Like, you have to involve error and learning and feedback and revision and creation and feedback and revision. And your process is never done. You will never make the perfect work of art. It doesn't exist. You will never be the perfect person. The perfect person doesn't exist. But if you can get to the end of your life and say, I tried and I learned, that's enough, you know. That's really enough. And you're all right. You're all right. That's what I say to my 15-year-old self. I just came to tell you that you're all right. You're really all right, my darling. I just came to tell you that you're all right. You're really all right, my love. I just came to tell you that you're all right. You're really all right, my darling. Just came to tell you that you're all right. You're really all right, my love. I, the unmaster, dream in all colour, student forever, plumb the far reaches, don't stew in errors, summarise moments, learn to take notice, I enter openings, I, the unmaster, glimmer in brokenness, love all your breakage, all of God's infants, learn every instant, stream live in 10D, big heart the bearer, student forever, I, the unmaster, mind is a spider, cranked up awareness, dank little corners, cramped dirty basements, bang tidy baselines, every vibration taken in. Mind is a spider, souped up awareness, cocktail receptions, arty proclaimers, name dropper namers, pricey snack nibblers, taken in. I, the unmaster, taking on water, colander dreamboat, paper plane ego, Arctic in speedos, nut freezer offer, touch me I shiver. I, the unmaster, turbo shit giver, ultra inflator, molehill to K2, mind Himalaya, silly boy really, least I'm a striver, strong hearty hugger. I, the unmaster, missing my brother, but life's a stunner, missing my target, well wide of bullseye, but life's a stunner, ain't life a stunner. I, the unmaster, I, the unmaster, Pringle tube hitter, rice jar shaker, sellotape ripper, bubble wrap popper, double cream taster, granary squeezer, broccoli cruncher, chili sauce eater, double egg poacher, plate contemplator. This is my fortune, I, the unmaster.